So Dr. Christy, tell me about what chiropractic care can do for back pain.
Back pain.
Yes.
Okay, so most of the time when people come in here, they're going to have some type of curvature in the spine, and it's considered scoliosis, and it's very hard to detect curvature or abnormal curvature in the spine without having a picture on it. So first of all, what we need to do is probably get a picture and a film of it, because if you go to a medical doctor, most of the time they'll take a picture of you and they'll look at it and there's no tumor and there's no fracture and there's no bleeding, so they consider it a negative study. There's nothing, no positive findings on it. Where when we look at the film, we look at it completely differently than they look at it. It's just like if you were to look at my hand, and I see this side of my hand, so I see a palm with the lines on it, this side of my hands, where you're going to see fingernails, the knuckles, and then the back side of my hand here. Well, we look at films the exact same way. So when you have a negative study from a medical doctor, that's probably a positive finding on the chiropractic side of things. So what we're looking at is probably some abnormal structure. And so if we, from the front view, the spine should be straight. Well, most people come in and they have a spine that looks like this. So then what's going to happen, and I've got some films up, I don't know if you want to. So what happens, and this is actually a young lady that came in here. She was in her early 30s, and she came in, and when she came in here, she was literally standing like this, bent over here. Muscles were so tight on this right side here, just complete spasm. Well, what happens and why we get a lot of back pain is because we have a misalignment. It's called a subluxation, and there's 5 components of it. Pain is one of them. Inflammation is another one. We're going to have muscle spasm. We'll find that one side of the spine is hotter than the other, and then we'll have a decreased range of motion. So this young lady came in and she's standing like this. Well, we have muscle spasm. She had severe pain down here. We found all sorts of inflammation in the joints down here, as well as we found heat differentiation and then her range of motion. She could obviously go to this side, but there was very little that she could go this way. So those are some of the things that we're looking for as far as indications that chiropractic could help. So when she came in, we took a picture of her, and this is what it looked like. So we had a 13.9 degree curve in her low back here, and a 12.7 degree curve. This should be straight from this view. The reason it should be straight is because you have nerves that exit out on either side of the spine. So we should have the pelvis sit level and the spine go straight up. Well, what happens when we get curvature in the spine, multiple curvatures, is we end up with disc wedging. So we end up with the nerve being pinched down on one side, and this disc comes over and it's going to press back into here, either into the nerve or into the spinal cord that's coming down behind it, or coming out down here. So it can affect the nerve coming out here and then everything below it. So what we want to do is come in there, and we use, again, an instrument. So it's not, I'm not using my hands to do this. It is a scientific instrument that we use that has a high velocity, less force, and so we're able to move these bones back where they're supposed to go to get the proper function back to the nerve so that the nerve can heal the body. Your body was designed to heal itself, and if you don't have the nerve supply to do it, or you have a miscommunication with that nerve supply, then it's not going to be able to heal the body like it was intended to. So this young lady came in, and we got her some relief immediately from it, and so probably within the first 7 days, she had significant relief from it. Now, she wasn't completely well at that point, but we had relieved some of the symptoms that were going on there. She's still a patient here now, but we got her at her 30-day progress exam, and you can see the difference from here to here, how this spine is going straight up here now, and then when we get up to the top here, we still have some curvature that's going on here, but I can tell you right now that this spine is going to last her until she's 100, where this spine is going to wear out, and not even just the spine's going to wear out, but the nerves that are going over here to function all of these organs are not going to be working like they should, and that's when we end up with problems down the road that we can prevent if we catch it in time.